Welcome back to Vampire the Thing, Blood Thing. In the last thing, we did a haunted mansion, and I actually went back and redid that between recordings because I used the dodge book, and I ended up also using the stealth book because both of those I found out you can't use if your level is already 2 in them, so that got me, some levels, I saved some experience, and that's all good. In this thing, we're going to be continuing on and going back to Teresa and ignoring the extremely glitchy water textures. That looks nice, though. That does look nice. And jumping in this thing makes you go faster. Alright, now. There's the bail bonds. We remember where that was, because we used it. Let's keep going. And I think this is the club. Now there's an NPC I wanted to meet that I just can't find for some reason. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I should be able to find him. He should be in the damn bar. Or at least in front of the hospital. Alright. Alright, let's continue on forward.
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. You're here to see Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to see Therese.
Therese is out making a show of how well her lips fit on the pants seat of the Camarilla. Did you happen to find her chastity belt or something?
I'd rather discuss this with Therese.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
I'm not giving it to anyone but Therese.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
No, please, calm down.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
I understand, but I still can't give it to you.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
I'm sorry to hear that, Jeanette, but I really need to give it to Therese.
Fine, you hold on to it. Since you were so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
That depends on what it is.
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
What do I do?
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
I'm not going to steal charity money.
It's not what you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal.
Fine, I'll do it. Then you'll call off the feud, right?
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
I'd never intentionally keep you waiting, Jeanette. Goodbye.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
I will. So yes, now I have to go and do that. And don't feel too bad. You have an option here. You can choose to not do it. Someone else will end up doing it. But you can choose to not do it. I'm of course going to do it because I want the skill points and I want the money. Now, that line about not stealing charity money is very important, because that lets you know that the charity money isn't going towards charity. If you think you're stealing charity money, even if you're not actually stealing charity money, you lose a point in humanity. But if you trigger that conversation and your character knows that it's just going to some random vampire, then suddenly you don't lose a point in humanity for stealing the money. So it just literally becomes free money. Alright. Don't know where that NPC is. I don't know where he's gone. See this guy? Fuck this guy. We could get into a fight with him and kill him, but we don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to do this. Come on. No, there we go. And then we do a little bit of lock picking. There we go. Get inside without killing anyone. Then here is the charity money. Item gained, cash box. Cash box. Huh. There we go, the money. Now let's see. Cain spurns Lilith. Cain cursed by God. Cain meets Lilith. Cain slays Abel. There's an... we did it wrong. I forgot the order here. I think it's Cain kills Abel. Then God curses him for killing his brother. Then he meets Lilith. And then he does things. And now we're going to have this happen. This fight I used to have a lot of trouble with. Let's activate protein and end this farce. Yeah. This is, in all honesty, kind of a difficult fight your first time through. I remember having a lot of trouble with it, trying to kill him with that knife. Okay. Let's have the effects and put that away. And we're gonna leave out the front door. Because that is not at all suspicious and we're not going to get caught. This is the most intelligent thing we can do. And... yep, even though there's a cop right there, He doesn't come, he doesn't stop us. Let's see, we can use some blood and some healing. Let's see, let's find someone. Someone out and about in a place they shouldn't be. That's essentially what you're looking for. You're looking for someone just alone in an alleyway. They're not alone enough. This guy, on the other hand, yeah, let's do that. Just because sometimes you get caught when you don't think you should get caught. Alright.
What's the hops, bro?
That was nice. Got us back a lot of blood. A lot of bloody blood. Let's see.
It's not my problem.
There we go. And now we slink away into the night, filled up with bloody blood. Okay, now we go back to the asylum so that we can tell Janine about what happened. Now, interestingly enough, I know there's actually a way to clip into the room. Because if I remember correctly, Janine gets furious after this. She is upset as hell. And I think we need to be somewhere over here.
You. What were
There
you
we go.
thinking?
About
The museum. That was my event. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
wait.
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others, but how dare you!
I didn't do it, I swear.
Don't lie to me! Jeanette already confessed she tricked you into doing it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum.
I swear I didn't do it. I even brought you the item from the Ocean House and a diary from there.
Excellent. I'll take that. However, Jeanette claimed you did it for her. But let's say I believe you. After all, you've acted decently and rationally up to now. I imagine you'd still like me to call off the feud.
Yes.
There's only one problem. If Tongue gets word that I threatened Jeanette, which he most certainly already has, it's not likely he'll believe me. So, in order to call off the feud, you're going to have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
And how do I do that?
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her, and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner, to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones.
If the Baron of Santa Monica wants her sister back, I will get her sister back.
For all her unwholesome diversions and irritating disruptions, I should be less tolerant of her. She is my sister, however, and I suppose I'm obligated to forgive her her trespasses. I did sire her, after all. Please, be quick about it.
Alright, I'll take care of it. Later. That skip doesn't actually save a lot of time because you still have to wait for the elevator to come up. But it's cool, and that's what's important. Because I like to show off tricks and techniques that you might not normally see in normal gameplay. Because I do not do normal gameplay. I do abnormal gameplay. I say as I do the most basic of Vampire the Masquerade builds. Actually, I don't know how basic it is. I just know it's really low effort and really, really effective, so...
Need some company?
No, I don't. I'm definitely allergic to fun. That's interesting. Okay, come on. Fuck! Ugh. It's the shotgun guy that you need to worry about. Oh, my lord. Yeah, that's another hard part. Like, genuinely, the mistake I made was not going after the shotgun guy first, because the little pistols don't do anything to you. It's the fact that someone was, you know, basically firing a shotgun in my face that entire time, and I wasn't putting him down for it. Anyway. Well, where's the guy that was here last time? Oh, there he is. Jesus Christ. Alright, it's time to see if I can remember how to quickly advance dialogue. Because I was not expecting to have a death in the part 1 of this. Jesus Christ. Well, you know, in the first town. Santa Monica, I mean, that's just embarrassing. But again, it's mostly my fault. Yeah, might as well. I've already came down this far. I already showed off the trick. So let's see if I can remember how to quickly advance dialogue.
You. What were you thinking? The museum. Shut up. I thought I could control. Don't lie. Excellent. Jeanette claimed you did. There's only one.
Alright.
I asked her for all her.
There we go. Yeah, I typically don't want to skip through dialogue in this game because I really like the dialogue in this game. But obviously we've already seen that. We've seen me comment on it, so we're just going to skip right through it. Spacebar, for anyone that didn't know, because I had a friend that didn't know how to advance through it, and he seemed a bit interested in that. Though I'm probably going to tell him about it long before this episode comes up. Because these episodes are being made in advance, because... actually, by the time I'm recording this, episode 2 isn't even out yet. Yeah. Alright. Now, because it is clear to me that I am incredibly dumb. Because I am incredibly dumb. An incredible amount of dumbness for one person. Alright. Let's let that go away. Okay. Alright. fortitude, and... Okay. There's the shotgun guy done with. Alright. Come on, give me blood. Said give me blood. Alright then, you dickbag. Yeah, sorry about this. Hello.
I'm terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take part in her design, so she sent those men to kill you. But I'm going to make sure it never happens again. Drop by. We'll take care of this tongue business. She's crazy! Help!
So the first death of the LP was to a shotgun. That's nice. Admittedly, as this goes on and I do more side quests and I get more experience and power, that's going to stop happening because I'm just going to be so powerful. Let's see, let's give ourselves some brawl. And we're actually going to wait until we get 2 more, and we're going to put another point into protein. Now, something to keep in mind is that the clip I did previously only works for that one encounter. You can't just do it every time you want to talk to Therese. The one where she is angry at you for messing up her club is the only one that works. Just because the trigger for that is, you know, pretty big. And clips a little bit underground. As I said, this, you know, this actually is higher up above it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think we hit a soft lock. Yeah, I think we hit a soft lock. So, we're going to end this episode early because, whatever this is, I've never ran into this before. In the next one, I will come back when I've figured out how to fix this.